You ever notice how easy it is to give someone else advice? Like when your friend's heartbroken, you know what to say. When your mate just got rejected from a job interview, like you've got the perfect pep talk lined up. But when it's you, those words, yeah, they disappear. You beat yourself up, you spiral. And here's the truth. You're not out here speaking to your best friend like that. So why'd you do it to yourself? And that's what we're talking about today. The best advice you'll ever give is the advice you'd give to yourself. This video has come about from a number of clients I've been working with within my coaching capacity who will come to me with a problem or come to me with a challenge. And I'm like, stop, let's flip the script. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, damn. So if this kind of like sounds like you, if you're in a position right now where like you're going through something quite difficult, but you know you are the best person to speak to when it comes to like giving out advice, this is for you. Before I go any further, standard rules. As you know, when it comes to me posting videos, if you're a fan of this unfilteredness I'm throwing at you consistently, if you haven't already, if you're a fan of me right now, if you're a fan of the unfiltered nature that I bring to the table, if you're a fan of the Unfiltered podcast, if I could ask you politely to click that subscribe button, it does mean a lot. Like what you heard, don't forget to drop a cheeky like, and also like drop some commentary in regards to how you felt in regards to what I said. Yeah, but without going any further, because you've heard this on every other video, because you've subscribed already. Let's get into the real conversation in regards to the best advice you could give, and that's the advice you'd give to yourself. So we are our own worst critics. And like the way we talk to ourselves is brutal. Let's say I told you I got heartbroken. How would you respond? Would you say to me, Pri, you're never going to find love again? Would you say to me, Pri, I can't lie, you're just not that good enough? Or maybe you might dial it up a little bit differently. Maybe you'd say, Pri, maybe it's time you just settle for anyone. Is that something you'd say? Is that something you'd advise me? Hell flipping no you would. That's absolute madness. And you know that. So why is it okay that we say it to ourselves? Why is it that we program these exact same words and we put it up here and then we go and act accordingly on the back end of that? Why are we doing that to ourselves, people? It don't make sense. When you go through pain, whether it's rejection, failure, heartbreak, you don't need more self-punishment. Why are you slapping yourself in the face for more pain? Why are you feeding all of this negativity into your mind? Because you wouldn't for me. If I'm in that boat right now, you wouldn't for me. So why are you doing that to yourself? You need a little bit of guidance. The same guidance you'd give to someone you care about. And that's the way I frame it to my coaching clients. They'll come up to me, they've been heartbroken, dating didn't work out, they're about to throw all their toys out the pram, they've gone through a little bit of failure, rejection, all of this stuff, and it hurts, right? It hurts. And the first thing I do is just stop for a second. I'm going through something quite similar right now, and they don't even know it's role play. And the way I word it, I will say to them, what would you tell me to do in this scenario? And then after saying a few things, i.e. giving me advice and guidance, the penny drops. I'm like, damn, that's actually hella helpful. Why can't you say that to yourself right now? Why are you struggling to give yourself that level of advice? Why are you struggling to feed that level of positivity in your mind right now? Why are you dialing that down? Why are you letting that negative self-talk get ahead of you? Why are you letting that negative self-talk just get louder? Let's dig a bit deeper. Why are we doing that? Where does that really come from? And that's when the coaching conversation comes up. But that being said, like, this is what tends to happen. I want to give you another example, and I think I've spoken about it on TikTok and Instagram, but I want to just do it here for the sake of it, because it's a very, very good example. You all know I play golf and I talk about it all the time. Yeah. One thing that the professionals have in golf is they have a caddy. So what that caddy does, they carry their clubs, they clean their clubs, give them a bit of advice, tell them a little bit of stuff. And the caddy's role right now is to help the golfer get through the round. Quite similarly, they'll give them a bit of advice and guidance. They'll hit the ball there. Trust me, the green's doing this. Which way are you reading this, that, and the other? So that's the advice that the caddy brings to the table, right? I was out playing, and I've done it a lot. I've calmed myself down a lot more. And I remember I got angry once. I threw my clubs. Just really like having a go at myself, calling myself a idiot. How the did you just do that? Literally, it was just like word after word, swear after swear, just pure like, if you are watching, you'll probably think this guy's lost his head. Almost like Happy Gilmore, if you've ever seen the film, right? Where he just has a go at himself and he has a go at the ball and he just loses his head. That was me. And one of the old gentlemen I was playing with, he let me have my moment, and then we walked to the next hole and he was like, pretty look, I kind of just want to speak to you. Got you a question right now. If that was me right now and you were caddying me, what would you say? Because you're a coach, right? It's funny because you're throwing the coach. I was like, because I know what you're doing. And I was like, well, yeah, I'd probably be like, bro, relax, calm down. I might even give you a hug. I don't know, like if that would work. I don't know. I'd be like, yo, relax. It's okay. We have these moments where we make mistakes. Did you mean to hit that shot? And you'd tell me, no, I didn't. What were you trying to do? I was trying to do this. Did you account for that? Okay, maybe my mind slipped. Why did your mind slip? Felt a bit of pressure. Okay, cool, fine. So we've got a kind of rough idea of what's happened. You know, and I know, with the amount of golf you play and the amount of practice you put into your game, you don't normally do that. It happens. Things happen. Don't beat yourself up. There are plenty of holes to rescue the round. Go make birdie on the next one. It's all right. And if the score today is not great because of this one hole, that's not a reflection of who you are on the golf course. Don't let it eat up to you, my man. Don't let it do it, because I know you've got potential. I know you've got it in the locker, and if you come back tomorrow, you probably won't do the same thing. And that's the beautiful part of this game, right? And that's what I would tell you. And it was like, exactly. So why the eating yourself up? You know you're better than this. Don't get me wrong. When I still play and I've had like little duffs, I'm like, oh, idiot. So terrible. But then I dial it back in where I don't go too aggressive within myself and I try and laugh it off, because I'm just like, any other day you probably would make it, and that's okay. And it's one game that really like throws back in the reality that you know what you bring to the table, you know what you have in the locker, and sometimes it just doesn't go to plan, and that's okay. But yeah, so going back to the shift, right? So the kind of like what this old man did for me is kind of what I want to throw to you. The next time you're struggling, I want you to ask yourself, what would I say to someone if they were going through the same thing and I cared about them a lot? So think about a sibling, possibly a parent, a nephew, niece, your child. What would you say to them? I want you to think about, if you're in my shoes right now and you're their coach, how would you speak to them? Would you be aggressive? Would you be quite playful? Would you be enthusiastic? Would you be quite calm and mellow? Like, talk to me about the tone. Really hone into that. I think once you're able to like sit with that, you'll start to realize the truth. And it's quite simply put like this. You already have the wisdom inside of you. You just don't use it on yourself. And this thing about like positive thinking and fake affirmations. Yeah, look, you can't fake it if you feel like shit, but you can rewrite the terminology you're throwing at yourself right now. Because what this is real practical self-coaching. Imagine you vision yourself getting knocked back down time and time again. Are you sitting there, or are you finding a way to pick yourself back up? Let me give you a few other examples, just so that we can just add to this video and then we can call it a day. Let's say you fail an interview. You've gone for a new job, you fail an interview. The old self-talk would be, I guess I'm just not good enough. I don't have the credentials, blah, blah, blah. I'm not good enough to get that role. I'll never get a good job. I'm stuck here. This new self-coach right now, this new version of you might say something different. Cool. What can I learn from this? Was it me? Was it the fact that someone had more experience? Was it the fact that I just wasn't a right fit for them, like personality-wise? Was I overqualified? Was I asking for too much salary-wise? Do I really need to rethink that? Interesting. Well, I'm actually worth that, and should I be going somewhere else? What's my next step? And I think that reverse psychology and that reverse terminology you now apply to yourself isn't negative. It's looking for how can you improve and make the most of the opportunity. Let's look at it from a different perspective. Well, let's say you just got ghosted right now. And the sad thing is, it was a great date. Like, it was good fun. Our old self-talk might say something across the lines of, I guess I'm just not attractive enough. Guess I'm just butters. I'll never find love. Back to the drawing board again. I'll just try harder and I'll do something different. I'll just come across as more enthusiastic and blah, blah, blah. And no one's ever really going to truly understand me. And yeah, been there. I know you have. Let's try this new self-talk out. Okay. They've gone silent. I guess that's on them. It ain't on me. Let me tell you why. Because I turned up. I had a good vibe. I can't control the way they felt about me. Maybe they just thought I was too much. I was too good for them. I don't know. And I never will know. And that's okay. I don't need to know. If I dig a little bit deeper, do I want to attract someone who has the capability of ghosting? No. Do I really want to be with someone who has that in their locker where they can just shut people off? No. Like, what happens when things get a little bit deeper? They're probably not the right person. So maybe I've avoided something here. That's a win. All right, cool. Thank you. Wish you all the best. Bye. See, this is a skill. And the more you flip the script and get comfortable in these scenarios, the more natural it becomes. Like, a lot of people go their entire lives bullying themselves, beating themselves up. It ain't healthy. It's not fun. I used to be one of them. Like, sometimes I still find myself put in a position where I will beat myself up at the fact that I haven't done X, Y, and Z. But the reality of it is bro, you're taking your time with it. It's cool. What did you learn from it? Okay, cool. Sweet. And you move forward. You got to make the most of every opportunity, but you also have to acknowledge and realize that maybe you didn't turn up the way you possibly could have turned up, and that's a learning opportunity, or whatever. Something happened. That's life. Stop beating yourself up. Like, I was the individual, even when I first started coaching, I was the individual that gave love, support, and was there for everyone. People pleasing, whatever it is that you want to call it. But like, I was never there for the person staring right in front of me in the mirror. Let me ask you one more question. And you can write your answers down in the comments. Would you rather have a harsh inner critic or a powerful inner coach? So would you rather have someone inside of you constantly belittling you, bringing you down and making you feel like, or having someone trying to motivate you and push you forward to be the best version of you? Like, the choice is yours. And it ain't difficult to start today. And I can appreciate if there's something that doesn't feel quite comfortable, it's not easy, and you're like, damn, I could do with a bit more support with it. You know what to do, man. Find me on my socials, find me on my website. Everything is in the bio. I've even put it over here right now, so you can just give us a shout. Get in touch, and I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you in regards to this negative self-talk you're bringing to the table. And hopefully we can find a way that serves you, that just acts as a reminder to put yourself first and not beat yourself up. That being said, it's been your boy Pri, and don't know how I'm going to do this to get my hand in front of there, but yeah, I'll catch you lot soon on the next episode or the next video I put out there. Peace.